Hi everyone, I'm Shaina from Shaina Falcone Fitness. Today I am going to take you through a Pilates class with a focus on core and upper body. I'm gonna have as a prop my squishy little Pilates ball. This is a 7-inch mini stability ball. If you have a little Pilates ball, grab it. If you don't, that's fine. You could do the whole workout just without it, or you could use a little throw pillow, fold it in half. You could use a yoga block, you could use a roll of paper towel. Lots of options for you if you don't have a ball. Although this is my favorite prop, so I highly recommend getting a Pilates ball if you don't already have one. We're gonna start on our knees, and if you have your ball, you're going to place it just kind of between your ankles and let the knees open up a bit. So this is parallel and this is open. We're gonna lift up through the inner thighs, zip up below the belly button, gently pulling the abdominals up and in. Let's just start with some deep breathing. So let's bring our palms out. We're gonna inhale, reach it up, and then exhale, push it down. Now I'm giving the ball a little extra squeeze here. I'm trying to fire up my inner thighs. Try to get a little deeper into the core. As we go through this breathing, I want you just to try to center yourself here. So really connect with your body. Bring your attention to your body. Any areas that feel tense, I want you to try to let that go. And just bring the focus to yourself, to the workout. Let anything else go right now. Let's do one more. Bring it down. You're gonna take your palms, just press them back a little bit. We're gonna reach behind us and reach in front. I wanna really warm up our shoulder joints before we put any load on them. So we're just gonna do a little warm up here, kneeling. Get our shoulders nice and loose. Bring that fluid into the joint so that we can move more easily. Back and front. Now try not to swing the arms and imagine you're in the water. Beautiful turquoise Caribbean water. Nice and warm, and you're just pressing through the water. So we're creating resistance. Let's lift up taller, right out of the top of our head. Let's do two more. One more, hold it up here. We're gonna slice it open, bring it in and down. So we come up, slice in and down. Right here, can you just do a little squeeze in between your shoulder blades? Trying not to do a dramatic chest pop, so that was very dramatic of me. We want to try to keep our ribs kind of pulling down towards our hips. So we're keeping that core connection as we flow through this arm movement. Let's do two more. Bring it up, down. Let's do one more. And you're going to bring it back. Hold it here. Let's tilt. So I'm going into a little tilt. I'll show you from the side. We're going to do a little pulses. We have a long spine here. So probably the cue that I use most in my classes, don't tuck. So reach your tailbone out long. Feel that length. Reaching up and out through the tailbone, up and out through the top of your head. And just press those arms, little tiny presses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it here. Turn your palms to face in so they're facing each other, little tiny pulses. Reach your hips back. So I'm sneaky, upper body and core, but we're getting really deep into the thighs and glutes right now as we reach the hips back. Let's go. 8 of these little pulses. Palms are facing in. We have 4, 3, 2, hold it, push together. Again, it's that feeling that we're pressing into resistance here. Pushing those palms together. I'm starting to feel the heat. I hope you are too. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna take it here. We're gonna slice one arm and the other. Kind of want you to feel those shoulder blades just kind of gliding along your back here. Okay, check in, core check in. We're zipping up through the low belly. There really is no low belly. It's all one big abdominal muscle, but I want you to think of kind of zipping up a zipper below your belly button. And just keeping that zip all the way up through your ribs. We're gonna do 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it back. Let's reach it up. Whew, we're gonna bring the arms up overhead here and circle. So we're gonna bend and around. It's like you're taking off a hat, maybe a top hat with a brim, up and around. Whew. Let's go up and around. So bend the elbows. Now feel the reach here, right here. As we reach up, feel that reach through your obliques, your waist muscles. Let's picture ourselves lengthening through the whole torso, getting taller. There's a little bit of drama in this workout, so I want you to feel like you're growing taller, lengthening out. Whew, let's do 2 more. 1 more. Take it back. The palms are facing in, and we're just gonna do a little snow angel. Up and down. Get ready, because we're gonna hinge in a little bit. 2 more. 1 more. Now we're gonna hinge into the squat. So the arms come forward. Woo, lift up out of the core, come up. I love that lift. So we're squeezing the ball. I'm kind of thinking of lifting up through the pelvic floor. So kind of picturing an elevator below my belly button, and it's lifting as I come up, right here, and then lowering as I come back. Let's do 4 more. I want you to have a really wide reach here, so take up space. Reach and up. 2 more. Whew. 1 more. We're gonna hold it back, hold it here, pull the arms back. So draw those shoulder blades down and back. Get that reach, forward and pull. Make this a pulling motion. I want you to feel your shoulder blades kind of gliding down your back, really drawing towards your back pocket. Reaching those hips out long. And pull. This feels so nice to create some space between the shoulders and the ears. I know when we get stressed, we can get that uncomfortable, hunchy feeling. So we're gonna try to undo that right now. Let's do 3. Woo, pull. 2. That's your backside. Oh my goodness, my backside is burning. 1 more. Hold it here. Press the arms back. Little circles. We're almost done in this position. I promise. Little circles. Thinking of pulling your thumbs closer together. Whew, show you from the side again. 4, 3, 2, and reverse. Whew, reaching long through that tailbone. I know you're not tucking. I want you to feel that long reach. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Whew. We're just gonna take the arms up. Palms come up. Now just do little tiny rotations here. Whew. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Let's take it out to the side. Yes. Reaching, trying to really feel that deep rotation in the shoulder joint. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Back to those little top hat reaches and circle. Lift up out of the thigh. So we're kind of pulling up and in on the ball to lift here. Hopefully you can get a feeling of joy right here as you reach up. This is a joyful movement. Feeling that stretch, that length and reach. Do 2 more. Do 1 more. And if you're not already facing the side, I want you to face the side of the mat. Bring the arms up. Whoo, circle them around. Bring them up 1 more time. And then we're just gonna fold forward right here. I'm just gonna readjust the ball if you need to readjust it between your ankles. We're gonna come down onto the elbows here. Again, light squeeze on the ball. Get ready to press off the mat. We're gonna inhale with a really long spine. We're gonna exhale into a cat stretch. Push off the mat, curl through the spine, tuck the tailbone under, release any tension in the neck. Inhale, open the chest, reach the tailbone back. Exhale, push off the mat. Scoop your belly button in. Round, round, round. Let's do 2 more. So get this nice open chest reach. Scoop the abs in, pushing off the mat. And down. Let's do 1 more. Nice powerful press here. Scoop and curl. Head releases. And we're gonna bring it down. We're gonna take it into a little hover here. So we're gonna put some weight on the upper body, on the shoulders. I think we're ready. Let's take it parallel. So the knees are gonna go parallel here. Glide the shoulders back, lift through the chest. We're gonna push our palms firmly and powerfully into the mat. Little squeeze of the ball. Hover those knees. Drop it down. So it's a little scoop of the abs, squeeze of the ball, tiny hover. This is really small. Scoop, squeeze, whoo, tiny hover. And down. How about 3 more? Little squeeze and lift and hover. So that lift comes from the belly button lift. How's your head? Is it in line with your spine? Did it droop down? Woo, pick it up if it drooped. Let's go. 1 more. Push off the mat. Now we're gonna take it into a pike. So still squeeze the ball. We're gonna really initiate from the belly button here. Scoop it in. Push off the mat. Press into a pike. Lift through those hips. Drop it down. Open the chest. Inhale, abdominal scoop in first. That's kind of the lead for this move. Woo, hips reach up and down. We're gonna do 2 more. And then I have some very special push-ups coming for you. Scoop and curl and down. We're still squeezing the ball. We're gonna do a little pike here. We're gonna hold it up. So pike. Now, lift up the elbows. We're gonna open the chest, so glide the shoulders back. The chest is open, and we're gonna do a tiny bend of the elbow. So squeeze your elbows in and bend. We're kind of pulling the points of our elbows in towards our body. So this stays a narrow tricep push-up. I have my chest slightly lifted here, so we're not quite in a downward dog position. We are pushing off the mat, so pressing firmly through the palms. I want you to feel powerful. Squeeze those elbows in together. This can be so small. Woo, just breathe. Exhale, press, inhale, bend. Try 4 with me, my friends. I can barely say that. Woo. Stay scooped through the abdominals. Last 2. Do it with me. Last 1. Woo, hold it long. We're gonna bend the knees, reach the arms out, coming into a nice little child's pose here. And then we're gonna go into an elbow plank. Long plank on the ground. So just hold the stretch, enjoy it. Reach your fingertips out, and we're gonna bring our weight forward onto our elbows. I'm gonna walk a little forward here. Again, I want that chest to be open, so push off the mat. We're gonna curl the toes under, scoop the abdominals in. Let's press up into a long plank. Reach through your heels, reach out through the top of your head. I'm gonna go into a little pattern. We're gonna bend the knees. Use your hamstrings, back of your thighs, little curl, push down, press out through the heels as we come up into this long plank, drop it, and curl. That's our little pattern. And yes, I am sneaky because I have added hamstring work to this upper body and core workout. Woo! I think I warned you, maybe, that I was gonna add some extra stuff in, so it's happening. Just go with it. Bring it down, squeeze the ball and curl. Make this intentional. Press it off, lift through the chest. Every move is done with control and intention. We're pushing off the mat, lifting through the chest, pressing through the heels. Drop it down and curl. Woo, I think 2 more sounds pretty fun. I hope you're with me. Bring it down and curl. 1 more. Bring it down. Press up and lengthen. Tap those knees. Do a little curl. Let's just take it back right here. Uncurl the toes. Woo, child's pose. Again, lengthen out through those fingers. We're gonna scoop the abdominals in and roll up onto the knees. 1 vertebra at a time. Shoulders and head come up last. Whew, and I'm sweating. Okay, the ball is gonna go to the side for a minute. We have 1 more little plank section here. I want you to feel powerful through this series, pushing off the mat. Let's come back into that child's pose without the ball. Reaching our hands long. We're gonna do a straight arm plank. So sink back, curl the toes. We are a cat, ready to pounce. I want you to gaze forward, deep breath in, exhale, press forward, lengthen out. So we're keeping our elbows soft, pushing off the mat and lifting. Whew, we're gonna take your right leg, cross over, bring it in. Now your left leg. For this initial version, we're keeping our hips square. So we're kind of not doing any real rotation here, maybe a tiny bit, but we're just kind of crossing over, keeping the shoulders square to the mat. Woo! We're gonna do 4 more. Trying not to lock the elbow. Trying to think happy thoughts, because I know it can get tough. 1 more. Woo! Bring it in. Tap the knees, sink it back. Next time we're gonna add a little slide out and tap. You'll see what I mean. So sink it back, take your little, it's a little break here. Deep breath in, gaze forward. All right, we're gonna spring forward with power. Woo! Push out through those heels. You're gonna take your right leg, bring it across. Now slide out a little, dip the hip, so we're dropping the right hip. Scoop the abs in to bring it back. And your center, let's go to the left. So we're taking the left leg out, slide it out, dip the hip, but keep your chest lifted. And bring it up, so our chest isn't falling here. And that's the challenge. Woo! That's it, take the leg across, little slide and dip of the hips, but no dip of the chest. Right leg, we're gonna try 4 more together, my friends. Yes, please. Bring it around to the left. Woo! I want that push off the mat. Drop it down, scoop through the abs. 1 more, slide and dip, lift it in, take that break. Oh, I'm gonna wipe my sweat here. This time we're gonna actually lift up and open into a side plank. Whew, so get ready for that. It's our last little series with the long plank. Curl those toes, deep breath in. Press forward with power. Excellent. All right, soften those elbows, reach through the heels. We're gonna take the right leg, bend, cross it over. Now you're gonna lift up the left arm. Hi. Now from here, lift up underneath the hip. Reach out through the top arm. Yes. Bring it down to the front. Right leg in. Let's repeat that on the left. I'm gonna have my back to you. Left leg. Twist that bottom foot. And you're lifting underneath the ribs. Right arm is up. Bring it in. Let's go a little faster now. So we go right leg. Twist, pushing off that left foot. Woo, bring it in and across. Keep that head lifted the whole time. Left is across, lift it up, bring it in and down. We go right. Lift up the left arm, lift up the hips, bring it in and down. We go left, staying lifted under the ribs and hips. 2 more, please. Take it to the right, lift and reach. Woo. Pushing off the mat, press off of your contact points. Lift and reach, bring it down, hold it center, drop those knees and sink it back. Little reach here, scoop the abs in, roll up onto the knees. Shoulders roll back, head comes up. Let's do a nice little arm circle. Oh, how are you doing, my friends? We are going to grab the ball again, and we're gonna come into a seated position. We're gonna get a little bit more into the back of the arm. So we've worked chest, front of the body. We're gonna get a little bit more into the back and a little core work as well. So I'm gonna kind of be on a diagonal, so hopefully you can see. The ball is between the knees, legs are hip width apart. Let's just lift it up, reach your arms forward. We're gonna do a little half roll back. Scoop the belly button in, and now just circle the arms, bring them back. So they're behind you, fingertips are facing forward. Lift out of the chest, abdominals are in. We're squeezing that ball, tiny bend, and press. Just a little tiny bend. This is our tricep dip modification and preparation, but you can come back to this move if you need to as we go into those tricep dips. Let's do 3 more. I have to wipe my sweat, oh my goodness. Whew. I love to sweat. And I embrace it because it's really good for me. Let's do 2 more. Whew. 1 more, so don't fear the sweat. Hold it here. You're just gonna lift your hips, pull them back a little bit so they're closer to your hands. Pull your feet in. Shoulders glide back, squeezing the ball. Abdominals are in. We're gonna hover. Keep those elbows soft. Let's do some shoulder shrugs. So shoulders come up to the ears, push them down. I love that feeling of pushing those shoulders down, away from the ears. And same cue I gave you earlier, no tucking. So that was me tucking the pelvis, almost trying to tap the tailbone down to the mat every time. Long spine. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. If you need to do a little wrist curl, you can. We're going into those tricep dips. Shoulder blades down and back. Lift through the chest. Long spine. No tucking. Hover it up. From here, tiny, tiny, tiny. Very tiny bends of the elbows. If this doesn't feel good, go back to that first move, okay? With your tailbone on the mat, that bend and press. Woo! We don't need to do many of these. Let's think, reach through the tailbone. Woo! Lift through the chest. Back to those happy thoughts, because I know this does burn, but I love strengthening the back of the arm, and I have a feeling that you do too. 4 more. Squeeze that ball. Woo! 1 more, drop it down. Let's lift it up. Do a little roll through the wrist. Stay tall here. Let's do a little half roll back. So drop the shoulders, scoop the abs in, and then bring those arms back. Exact same position. We're gonna give the ball a little squeeze here. Focus on that scoop through the abdominals. We're gonna start an alternating reach. So you're gonna reach right arm, bring it back, and now left. Sometimes this move can be a real reality check for the core, because the core is doing a lot of work here to keep you centered. We're trying not to shift side to side, trying to keep that chest just facing forward. Whew. It maybe looks easier than it is. So our chest is lifted, but we're kind of tucked and scooped through our lower back. Let's do 2 more. We haven't done any spinal rotation yet, and I want to fix that. So right arm is going to come up. We're just going to do a little rotation to the left, pushing off the left arm, bring it back. Now we're going to press off the right arm, rotate. That left arm is reaching, but really this movement comes from your obliques. It's coming from your ribs, just kind of twisting and moving. So the rib cage moves, the arm follows along. We're getting a little push off of that arm that's on the mat. And I just want you to think of a nice, deep twist here. The twist begins at the belly button, so the hips are not involved. No thank you, hips. You can stay out of this. Just stay square. Let's do 4 more. I love a twist for the spine. Feels so good. So that rib cage wrap around to the other side. Drop the shoulders. 1 more. Bring it in. Press it up. Let's just roll out the wrists. And we're gonna come onto our side. So we are gonna take this ball, and it's gonna come kind of between the ribs and hips. From here, bottom leg bends, top leg is out straight, stack the hips, so it's one hip on top of the other. We're just gonna sink for a minute and then push it up. So here's where I want you to be. Take your top arm, we're gonna reach overhead, big circle. So almost lift up a little higher here, even though you're not moving. This ball is just here for support, but the lift is coming from you. So we're not hanging out on the ball. We're lifting our ribs off the ball, using those obliques. Bring it around. Again, just some nice shoulder mobility here. 2 more. 1 more. From here, we're gonna get that tricep back in action. You're gonna take this top arm down. You're gonna take this bottom arm and just rest your head on it. Glide your shoulder blades back. Scoop through the abs. Push off the mat and lower. We're pushing off the mat. This is a 1 arm tricep push up here, and I want you to use that powerful push off the mat. I love pulling motions, but I also love pushing motions because they help us feel really powerful. And I think that's really important during your day to have a moment where you feel powerful. And maybe you have more than one moment, and that's amazing. For me, I can always count on my workout for that, help make me feel powerful. Let's do 4 more. We're gonna exhale as we press up. Last two. Still lifting through the abdominals. Last one. Woo, we're gonna bring it here. The bottom arm is gonna come out long. If you have a floor, it's a little easier than if you have a carpet, but you can still do it if you have a carpet. We're gonna reach this top arm up, slide the bottom arm in, and then reach it over. Slide it in. Again, I want this top arm to take up so much space. Big reach here. I want you to feel so confident and strong as you do this. We're kind of pulling in through your back muscles here. So it's kind of like underneath your shoulder blade, pulling in with that bottom arm. Now, if you would like more, you want some extra glutes, woo, lift that top leg. You can also do this move with a glider underneath your bottom hand, and that's a nice variation as well. Let's think of reaching out long. Reach through your fingertips, reach through your toes. Feel that energy. Woo, just reaching out into the world. 3 more. Let's do, woo, 1 more right here. Lift, bring it down. I'm gonna bend the bottom elbow. I'm gonna take the top leg behind. We're gonna get a little twist here. Woo, hold it here, scoop the abs in, and we're gonna come around to the other side right away. Swoop it over. Bring that ball between your ribs and your hips. You may need to adjust as you go. Top leg is out, hips are stacked, so we're not rolling backwards. Let's get a little sink. Push it up, use the shoulder blades, down the back. Whew, and we're just gonna bring that top arm up. Reach it out and around. So we're not relying on the ball here to keep us up. I want you to be very active in the upper body here, lifting yourself off the ball. I want this to be fun, but this is not a vacation. We are working. So I know if you just look at me, it looks like I'm lying on the ball, but I'm really not. I'm lifting through my ribs. There's not that much weight on the ball. Bring it up. Whew. Nice and warm. Hopefully your shoulders are nice and warm at this point. Let's do 1 more. And we're gonna take this top arm, place it down on the mat, rest your head into your bottom arm. We're gonna get ready to push here, stack those hips. Let's go. Up and down. So still here, you can peek at your hips. Make sure that you're not rolling backwards. I like to exhale as I come up and feel that powerful push. Exhale and really scoop the abdominals in. That's it, and woo! Feeling it in my tricep. I said it before, I love to work the triceps. I just love having strong arms. It's just nice to be able to feel strong and capable in your upper body. It just makes our daily tasks so much easier. And that's one of my main reasons for working out, just to be able to go through life and my movements throughout my day with ease, without pain. And now I'm chit-chatting, and you're probably really feeling the burn, so let's do 3 more. Woo! Big push. Last one right here. Woo! Let's take that bottom arm, stretch it out. Top arm comes up, we can fold over, and now we're kind of gliding the shoulder blades down the back and bringing it up. So I am sliding this bottom arm. These muscles in my back are working, they're drawing down and up. So try to connect under your shoulder blades, bringing attention to your back. And it's kind of like underneath your armpit on your bottom arm. Inhale, here's your option. I didn't forget, woo, reach. It does not have to be a high lift, it's really just more of a long reach. So just think, we're lengthening through the body rather than crunching. Length. And really, if you can, just try to let it flow down and flow up. Like I said before, try to make it joyful. I know sometimes it burns. Just embrace it. 3 more. Woo. 2, 1, and let's take the elbow in, top leg behind. Enjoy this stretch. We're gonna do a little chest opening series very quickly, and then a little extension, and then we're done for the day. We're gonna take this ball in between your shoulder blades, okay? So right in between, you may have to move it around and wiggle it to see what works for you. Just bring your legs down, kind of wider than hip width apart, and you're gonna press your tailbone down into the mat. Let's bring the hands behind the head, making a basket first to really support the head. Tilt your tailbone heavy into the mat. Inhale, press your head into your arms. Exhale, curl up. Now what we're really trying not to do here is tuck the pelvis. So I'm gonna show you right here what a tuck looks like. As soon as I tuck, I don't feel my abs at all. I just feel my glutes. If I press my tailbone into the mat, I can feel how my ribs are sliding down, and it's my abdominal muscles that are pulling me up. So you can give that a try too and feel the difference between when you tuck and when you have that tailbone down. This is our neutral spine. Hip bones are open and facing up to the ceiling. And really try to push your head into your arms to release any neck tension. Do one more. Hold it here. We're gonna take one arm, doesn't matter, let's say your right arm, reach it out, drop the shoulders, and we're just gonna reach it all the way around back and then all the way around forward. Our goal here is to stay centered, so try not to shift side to side. Whew. Now, if you find like you're all the way back here, bring your gaze up. I'm gazing right at the tops of my knees. So it is a lot of ab work, yes, to hold me here. Do one more. You're gonna take this right arm, slice it over to the left, bring it back. So now we're rotating. We're slicing over to the left, pushing the hand, or pushing the head into the left hand. And again, trying not to move those hips. So imagine you've got little sandbags on your hip bones. So they're not gonna move. Feel that weight of your tailbone on the mat, almost like an anchor in the center of your body. Let's do 3 more. 2, last one. Woo, bring it center. Let's go all the way back, pushing the head into the arms. Press it up. Every time I come up, I'm pressing my tailbone, really grounding it firmly into the mat. 2 more. Elbows are just in your peripheral vision. 1 more, we're gonna hold. So the gaze is kind of at the top of your knees. Opposite arm goes out, reach it around and down, and have again a really wide reach here. I feel like that's one of our themes today, wide reach of the arms. Whew. Anchoring yourself by feeling that tailbone pushing down. Also push through your heels. That's gonna help you feel really stable here as well. So press into the mat with all of the contact points. Let's do 2 more. Woo, big reach and center. Are you ready? We're gonna take this arm, twist and reach, slice it back. So I'm kind of slicing with my pinky finger here. The rotation happens from the belly button up. So below the belly button is very stable and very still. I know, I can feel my hips want to twist, so I know what it feels like. I'm trying so hard to keep them centered. Trying to keep my legs centered too and not splaying out to the side. That's another little challenge. It's not easy, but we didn't come here for it to be easy. Let's go, press the tailbone down, 2 more. Last one, bring it center. Let's slide the legs out, open the chest over. If your head doesn't touch, that's okay. You can always roll the ball up too and give yourself a little more support. Let's just take a deep breath in. Bring it down. I'm gonna bend the knees in, roll over, ooh, my hair there, roll over onto the side. Last thing we're gonna do is a little extension on our stomach. So you're gonna come down, legs are gonna be about hip width apart here, toes flat, and I'm gonna start with both hands on the ball. We're gonna just push down into the ball, scoop the abs in, little tiny lift and lower. your head is just in the same line as your spine. So your head is an extension of your spine. And so let's try not to lift up the chin. So that's me lifting the chin, and it was very dramatic. But try to just keep your gaze still kind of down on the mat here. So think the back of your neck is long and you're holding maybe a very small orange between your chin and your chest. So you can't lift your chin up too much or that piece of fruit will drop. Okay, as you push down into the ball, glide your shoulder blades back. Abdominals are scooped in. Let's do 2 more. Let's do 1 more. We're gonna hold this. So key here is abdominals are lifting off the mat and shoulders are gliding toward the back pocket. Place your right hand in the middle of the ball. We're gonna take the left arm, bend it back, reach it forward. Bend and reach. Glide the shoulders, woo, way down your back. Nice big slide here, 4. Toes are touching the mat. 1 more, bring it in. Push that left palm into the middle, and we're pulling right and lift. Every time, shoulders pull to back pockets. Abdominals stay scooped. Whew. Okay, 4 more. 3, reach and big pull. Last one here, my friends, bring it down. Ooh, let your chest just come down. I'm gonna put the ball to the side. We're gonna come into a nice wide child's pose here, so push it up, open up the knees, and really sink it back here. Reaching out through the fingertips, let's just send the hips side to side. Deep breath in, and then we're just gonna scoop the abs in and roll back onto our heels. So you can just keep yourself down here. Roll it out. Let's stretch through the upper body. I'm just gonna take it into just a cross-legged position here. Lift up tall. We're just gonna bring the arms out. I'm gonna lift up and over towards the left. Drop that left shoulder, and we hold it here. Deep breath. Let's rotate down. Your hand may not touch, it may. Do whatever feels good. And then bring it up and over. And let's lift up to the other side. So lift up out of the ribs, drop it down, bend that bottom arm. Think of dropping the bottom shoulder. I don't want any tension creeping up at the end of the workout. Bring it up and down. Let's bring both arms up. Cross the elbows here. Open the chest. I know this one can be intense, so just breathe through it. You're gonna bring the arms together. Fingers are folded. Bring it out to the front, stretch out the back. Open the arms, lift through the chest. Drop it down 1 more time. Inhale up. Drop it down. Let's do some shoulder rolls. Just really loosen everything up. I hope you're feeling amazing. 1 more. And the other direction in the reverse, up and around. We're gonna end here, some nice deep breathing, just like how we started. Let's bring the palms up. I want you to think of lifting off the mat. Inhale, flip the palms, exhale. Now try to just let any just remaining bit of tension let go. So inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bring all the focus to yourself, to your body, to the strength that you've gained today. 1 more time, breathe in. I want you to feel how powerful you are right now as you push the air away. And we did it together. Thank you so much for joining me for this upper body and core Pilates. I love working out with you, and I will see you next time. If you want more from me, you can find me at ShainaFalconeFitness.com.